Hey guys, sorry about that. Did I knock all of you guys off?
For all of us.
Oopsies.
Oh
My
well.
B. All right, let me just go into I'm recording right now, by the way, so that's working. Um Let me go into Team Bum Diggity though and be like, "Hey, get back on."
Can you hear me, Shelby?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Ashley, are you on?
Here, I'll post. I just saw your message. I'll post real quick.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we're gonna wait like 3 seconds because I kicked everybody out of this thing and they're probably like, what the heck? So we'll wait for everyone to get back on. Um, and then we'll get started. Sorry for holding you guys up as usual, every single Zoom. Can't, I can't.
We expect it now, so it's totally okay.
I just don't even know what I'm doing.
Love you.
Okay,
It's
opening
okay.
that.
Thank you. I needed that. I really did. I'm like so tired too. So tired.
Well, I'll try to keep this short for you guys because it's only going to take, well, because you know me and how prepared I am. I went through it like 3 times and it only took me like a half an hour each time. So hopefully it won't be too long for you guys.
Okay, there's 15 of us on here. There was 18 before, so we're only missing a couple. I'm gonna go ahead and just introduce Rachelle. She is our newest diamond. Most of you guys either know her personally or have seen her face on our team page because she's already shared so much of what she's learned along the way. But she just reached diamond. It only took her 45 days to go from executive to diamond, and she earned the $10,000 bonus. So we want to give her the chance to just kind of share with us what she did, how she did it, what her day looks like, just that kind of stuff. So I'm going to pass it over to you, Rachelle, and let you just do your thing.
Thanks, Shelby. I'm so excited to share with you guys. Oh my goodness, I've been so excited all day. So I have a lot of questions that you guys have asked me. We did a post in the team page for you guys to ask all the questions, and I have done my best to write notes so that I can answer as best possible. First, I want to share my story because I don't think any of you really know it. I don't think I've ever had a story until I made Diamond. So I want to tell you guys how I joined. It's very different than what you would normally think. So I had a friend who did this, and she was doing a wrap, and I've never heard of It Works before. And she did a wrap, and I was like, do those really work? And she's like, I think they do. And she had just had a baby, and she looked phenomenal. Her stomach looked amazing. And so she gave me one. She's like, you should try it. And I took it home. I put it in my drawer, and I put it in my drawer for like 3 weeks. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't need that. I kept thinking it was like a weight loss product. And I'm like, I don't really need to lose weight. I don't need it. Well, one day I just got like a wild hair up my butt and decided I was going to do it. So I did the wrap, and I took before and after pictures because I wanted to see if it actually worked. And my wrap results were amazing, you guys. I'm sure most of you have seen my wrap results. I post it all the time because I can't even believe it. But from one wrap, my stomach looked amazing. And Brian at first was like, you're just flexing. My boyfriend was like, you're just flexing. That's all it is. And I was like, no, look at this picture. And I was so excited about it that it worked because I knew there was so many people that needed this. I knew that there, not even myself, but just so many people who had just had babies and maybe lost a lot of weight, and they could really benefit from this. So I was just so excited. And I ended up signing up. Like, that was the turning point. I was like, I'm just going to sign up. People need this product. So I ended up signing up. I reached out to my enroller, and I signed up like the next week after payday. I had to get paid. I didn't actually have the $99 right away. So I had to wait till payday, and I signed right up. So I got started right away, but I was really slow at starting, and I was just like all of you, very brand new, didn't really know how to post, what I was doing, what I was supposed to be doing. I had all these great resources, but I didn't utilize all of them right away. I just it wasn't something that I joined for to just, go crazy and get the extra money. It was just because I solely liked the product and I wanted to try more products. So that's how I got started. Fast forward, because I want to tell you about my turning point right before conference of when I realized that this was something that could really change my life. Right before conference, and I had only had 2 people on my team. I had just promoted to executive, and I joined the day I joined was August 31st. I didn't start working my business for, oh my gosh, probably over a month. And so I joined, and I got 2 teammates within September to December when I decided that I was going to go to conference. And my goal was to go Ruby before we left for conference. And I didn't make it. I got to executive. I promoted to executive. And that kind of got me excited because I had reached the first rank. So my turning point was 3 days before conference. Wait, sorry. First, I want to tell you the reason why I decided to go to conference. I was seeing all over the team page that people who got themselves to conference were going diamond and getting these bonuses like right after they came home. And all these crazy stories of people saying you have to get your butt to conference. And so I listened to them. I wanted to be just like them. I loved their energy. And I got a ticket to go to conference in December. And who wouldn't want to go to Florida? I'm from Oregon, so I'm like, holy crap, I'm going to go all the way to Florida and meet all these amazing people. I was so excited. So then 3 days before I left for conference, Shelby posted a video in Team Bomb Diggity. It was a training from Sherry Rogers. She's a presidential diamond, and she signed 27 DTs in 1 month. That was the title of the training. And I was like, holy crap, I only have 2 people on my team. I just promoted to executive. How did this girl sign 27 DTs? I need to watch this training. So I watched it, and a lot of you wouldn't know, but I struggled a lot with feeling like I was worth it. Here's why. I have an amazing job. I have a great 401k, benefits, 90% of my medical paid, all of this stuff. And I thought to myself, like, my lights weren't about to shut off when I joined this business. I could afford gas in my car when I joined this business. I didn't need this business. And I struggled feeling worthy of whether or not like I was taking a spot that somebody else needed. And that was a huge thing for me. And I think it held me back. I know it held me back from September to right before I left for conference. And so I watched this video, and I'll post it in the comments because you guys have to watch this. But basically, she starts off, and her story is that she made $25 an hour as a flight attendant. She had great benefits, absolutely loved her job, but she discovered it works, and she decided she was going to go for it and had this mindset of just a complete rock star, obviously. And she got to diamond and decided that she was going to quit her job. Okay, $2,000 a month. Now, with $25 an hour, you guys, she was probably making around $4,000 a month. I say this because it spoke to me so much because I make exactly what she made, or when I watched that video, I made exactly what she made in that time frame. And I just felt like it was speaking to me so much to just be like, holy cow, I can do this if she can do this. And she quit her job when she hit diamond. And that blew my mind. I was like, wow, she just had all this faith in herself and knew that she could get there. And now she's presidential. And it was like months time span. So you guys have to go watch it. But anyway, that was my turning point to just light a fire under my butt. 3 days later, I went to conference, and I can't even tell you, it changed my life. And I'm not just saying that to be like, I don't even know how to explain to you how much it changed my life, but it changed my mindset, and it made me believe in myself, and it made me believe that I was a rock star, that I could do this, and I knew that I could get there. And so as soon as they announced the bonuses, I mean, everybody that was there at conference with me knows the second they announced those bonuses, I was like, I'm doing this. Like, I was trying to find power hours when we could just work, and we were still at conference, but I just wanted to work and start working and get this done. So I just got a fire lit. So I will just say next year, every single one of you that are on this better be at conference, because it will change your business and it will change your life. So I'm going to go into the questions now. Sorry, that was kind of long. I'm going to go into the questions that you guys had and try and answer them as best I can. So I'll go through this as quickly as possible. I don't want to keep you guys too late. So how many times do you follow up with someone before they respond / become an LC or DT? I really just feel it out is the best way that I can say that. It kind of depends on if they're liking my statuses all the time, I'm going to keep following up with them. If they're commenting on my posts, I'm going to keep following up with them. If they're engaging with me, like with a relationship, they're never going to go off my list and I'm going to keep following up. That being said, if I've messaged them 3 or 4 times and they've never liked my posts and never expressed any interest in it and never responded to me, then I won't take them off my list, but I'll just decide that, I'm just going to back off for a little bit. And maybe I'll respond like once a month instead of once a week or once every 2 months, because it doesn't seem like they're interested if they're not giving me anything back. And I don't want to be a pest. I really don't. I just want to help people. So that's the thing, is if they're not responding, and it's been 4 or 5 times, I'm going to leave it alone for a little bit, but never take people off your list. At least that's not what I do. Because I've had people respond to me out of the blue who've never liked my post and never commented on anything or never expressed any interest or responded to me. And they'll reach out and be like, okay, I'm interested. What is it that you do? That's why I never take them off my list. So that's to answer the first question. Second question. Do you continue to message someone who doesn't respond, or do you move on? I guess I just answered that. 3, where are you finding the people that you add on Facebook / Instagram? Following someone, your followings, followers, hashtags, and groups. What do I do to do that? So I've done all of them. I am always going to refer you guys back to a training that I'll post in the comments. The training, the Instagram training that I did was from Alyssa Carnley. She is amazing, and her Instagram training changed the whole way that I did my business. I was that girl that was posting about join my business for $99 with all this like green bling all everywhere. I was that girl, and I did it for like a couple weeks, and I just want to hit myself thinking about it because it's just so salesy and out there. And that's actually why I think I know my business didn't take off because of that. And I was holding myself back because I didn't like posting those types of posts. So I didn't really try to do it that often, but we all do it. It's normal if you're new, but how I learned how to post amazingly and what changed my business is from Alyssa Carnley's Instagram training. So I'll tag you guys in that one. I don't want to go into too much when you can just watch that. And that's what I got most of my social media training from. Also, Ashley Ritchie did one, a Facebook training. And what I want you guys to know is how separate Facebook and Instagram are. They are so different, yet alike in the same way, but I just mean like they're so different. You need to be doing different things for each of them, and it's important. And Ashley Ritchie's Facebook training is awesome for that as well. So back to the question. I've tried all of them, but what I found on Instagram that I like most is when I sign a new LC, I will go to her page and go to her followers, and I will follow all the girls on their page. I don't follow men. It's totally up to you guys. I just don't. I never have had to to advertise my business to men. I just don't. But I always have my account private, and I always add all the women that are on the page. But I don't just add randomly. So here's something that you guys, it's in the training too, so I don't want to go into this too much, but just like make sure they're good candidates. If they only have 6 posts in their entire Instagram, don't follow them. That's a waste of your time because they're not going to be good at what we're doing. So you want to find prospects that are actually good at, like somebody that you would think, wow, she's really good at posting. I want her on my team. When it comes to Facebook, I use groups to friend people. I don't spend a ton of time in groups because you can just get caught up in it all. But I am in groups like a puppy group. I have a German Shepherd, so I'm in a German Shepherd group. I'm in chocolate lab groups, hunting groups, all sorts of things that I personally like and do every day. Because I'm not a mom, so I'm not in a mom group. So make sure you're in groups that you're like-minded with other people and like interests that you have. The reason why this is important is when something gets posted in that group and someone comments on it and you comment on it, go friend all of those people that have commented on that, because now you have something in common with them. And I don't know if you guys have had this happen to you, but I've had a lot of times where people will respond to me and be like, do I know you? On Facebook, and be like, do I know you? I'm not sure if I do. or whatever. And I'll be like, oh, actually, I was just commenting on the same thread as you, and we both have a chocolate lab, or something like that, to where you now have something in common. It has nothing to do with It Works. And now you can build a relationship based off that. This takes time. So you have to be doing it all the time in order to get these prospects. And now they're on your friends list. So they're going to be seeing what you do without you even bringing it up. So that's a great way to do it for me. I've found better prospects through groups that way. I was only doing mutual friends for a long time, but then I have so many It Works people, and I have to go through all of the people and make sure that there's no mutual friends. And I found it was taking me a lot of time. So I like the groups way, but feel it out for you. Whatever's working best for you on getting prospects and friends that way. That's what I want you guys to do. And like I said, the trainings that I'll tag you in will tell you way more stuff about social media. I just didn't want to spend a ton of time on it. So how many brand new people do you talk to daily? This one's really hard for me to put a number on. I would say I reach out to no less than 50 to 100 people a day. I am constantly messaging people. But when it comes to like how many of those people actually respond, I would say I probably talk to at least 15 new people a day that like respond to my messages. And then there's another question that I'll get into, but that's what I would say. I am reaching out to 50 to 100 people a day. So that is something to put into perspective. If you guys are telling me, I'm reaching out to so many people, I've talked to so many people, I'm not saying that it's not a lot for you, but you need to understand that if I am reaching out to 50 to 100 people, how many people are you reaching out to in order to get to where you want to be? Because I went from executive to diamond in 45 days. And if you're reaching out to that many people, it can get you there in that amount of time, if that makes sense. But if you're only reaching out to 5 people a day, you're going to get there eventually, but it's not going to be as fast. So that's what I have to say about that. How do you keep track of everyone you talk to? I'm going to be honest and tell you that I am still mastering this. I am a very organized person, and it's something I've struggled with since I came home from conference, of keeping track of all these people that I'm talking to. And I haven't mastered it yet. But what I will tell you is that I have a notebook where I write down, I have a 100s list, which if you guys don't know what a 100s list is, you can go into your eSuite and your documents and print out a 100s list. All it is just a numbered 1 through 100, and you just start writing down all of your potentials. So I write down everybody I'm talking to. I'm talking about the people that I don't hear back from 4 times. They're still on that list. So make sure anybody that you reach out to, you are updating that. Now, what's hard is when you're messaging those people, you're not, at least I don't like sit there and write down every single person that I'm messaging. That's the hard part, and that's why I'm still mastering it. So what I do is once a week, I will go back through on my Friday night when we're watching a movie or something. I'll go back through every single person that I've messaged, and I write them on my 100s list from that week so that I have their name there and I can follow up that weekend or the next week. So that's kind of how I'm keeping track as far as writing them down. Now, what I always do, and this is something you guys should be doing as well, is I always get a date from them. So anybody that you're talking with, if they're like, oh, I have to wait until payday to try the products, or I have to wait until payday to sign up. Okay, what day is your payday? I'd love to follow up with you then. You need to find a date, an actual date, and get them to tell you like, oh, on Thursday, or, the 5th of April, or whatever it may be. You need to find a date for them. And then immediately when you get that, you go right into your phone. You're probably messaging them on your phone. So you go right into your calendar, you create an event, and you create a reminder with a, alarm. So make sure you're always doing that, because then on that day, you're going to get an alarm, and then put in there, because I get a mix up between Facebook and Instagram. So you put their name, you were talking to them on Facebook in the notes, and then you put so-and-so wanted to try a product, gets paid today, or whatever. Just make yourself a note to know what you're going to reach back out with. And then on that day, when you get the reminder, you can reach back out and be like, hey girl, I know you get paid today. I'm so excited to get you set up with the cleanser or whatever product that she was going to try. And then that way you're not missing out on these opportunities. So that is how I keep track of people right now. And then let's say they don't respond, because that's always a question too, is like, if they don't respond when you reach back out, I always go back through my follow-up, like my reminders. So once a week, I'll go back through my reminders and I'll re-add them, make sure they're on my hundreds list so that I'm going back to them. So hopefully that makes sense for you guys. What does a full day look like for you? Like what my 6 list is. So it varies every day. I wrote down the one that I had today so that I could give you guys a really good example. So make 4 to 6 posts. I'm going to make 2 product posts. I'm going to make 2 opportunity posts, and I'm going to make 2 lifestyle posts, which is telling my story or explaining why this, what my why is, or why I joined this business. You know what I mean? Just telling a story. We did the Zoom on Monday, telling you guys, telling your story 50 different times for everybody to see, because you're constantly adding new people. So you want them to be able to know your story. So I'm going to make 4 to 6 posts. Make sure you're being consistent. Don't make 4 to 6 posts today and then not make 4 to 6 posts for another 2 weeks. You guys have to be doing this daily in order to do it. I have so many of you telling me no one likes my posts, or nobody likes, nobody comments on my stuff. Daily, I get messages from people who have never liked my statuses, never liked my pictures, never commented on anything. Daily, I am getting messages. I can promise you that. So keep posting, keep being consistent. People are watching you. I have a really good story. Last night, actually my second DT ever that signed, I was at dinner with her last night, and she told me, within hours of signing up, she decided this wasn't for her. Okay. She's like, Rachelle, it's not for me, and I'm not going to do it. And I had to respect that. And I have tried for the last 8 months to keep getting her to do it, but it's just not for her. And last night she said to me, you made a post today about this, this, and this. And I was like, you watch my post? And she goes, I read every single one of your posts. Now listen, she has not liked one of them or commented on one of them in 8 months. She does not want to do this business, but she watches and she sees it, and she's still curious. She's just battling her own fear. And eventually I know she's going to come around and want to do this with me, but you just have to be patient and not, if anyone who knows me knows that I am one of the pushiest people you'll ever meet, but in the most good-hearted way possible. I just want to help you guys. And I just want you to have this opportunity that is just so amazing. So sometimes it gets misconstrued, but I really, truly just want to help you guys. I hope everybody knows that. So my point was, she still watches my posts 8 months later. So it's so important that you guys know, keep posting, be consistent. You can fall off for 2 to 3 days and people are like, well, she's not doing it anymore. I'm going to go ask Rachelle because Rachelle's doing it. So they're going to come to me instead of you. So keep posting. Okay, moving on. Oh, I was telling you about my 6 list, and that was only the first thing. Okay. So the second thing is follow up with people that have been interested in the BOGO, because the BOGO ends today. So I followed up with every single person that I've talked to the last 3 days, or however long this BOGO has been going, about the BOGO. And this is just today, but whatever sale's going on or whatever you need to follow up with, make sure you're following up with those people. I message 50 plus. I put message 50 plus about products and business. So what I'll do is message 25 about the products and message 25 about the business. And we have generic scripts that we use that we've shared all over the team pages. I can message me. I'll send you it if you don't know what it is. But one that works for me is basically just like, hey girl, I love your page. I think you would be so great at what I do. Have you ever thought about making an extra income from home? I like saying extra income from home. The reason being, if you say hey girl, I just made a $10,000 bonus. Do you want to learn how you can make a $10,000 bonus too? They're like, whoa, that's a scam. 10,000 bucks. That's not real. Even though it's very real to us, we understand that it's real, but to somebody that you're reaching out to, they might not understand that. And so you'll want to just say extra income from home. You don't want to be giving them things that sound unreal, right? Because it's still unreal to me, but that's my point. And then you're going to be on this, so the life-changing Sherry Rogers presidential diamond video that I watched, she talked about maxing out her Instagram every single day, which I figured out because I was like, oh my gosh, I need to be doing this too, is 300 people. She's following 300 people a day to like, and it maxes out. It actually says, it pops up and says, you are no longer allowed to like friend any more people. And I've actually been blocked from like for a whole day from sending too many messages out. I think it was like 150 messages, and Instagram was like, you need to chill out. So that's as much as you can do, in case you guys are wondering. I found that with working full time, I cannot spend my entire day following 300 people. So I've limited it to 100, and I try and do 150 when I can, but I try to follow 100 more people a day. To put it into perspective, I had 250 followers when I started this business. I wasn't crazy on social media. I probably posted 2 to 3 times a week, maybe. I mean, I still posted, but it wasn't, obviously, it was before It Works. But I only had 250 followers. I now have over 1,000 followers. And those Instagram trainings that I've been talking to you about, they're the bomb. You have to go watch them. Alyssa Carnley is like my flippin' idol. And Ashley Ritchie is amazing at it. It's crazy. So you guys have to watch those trainings sometime this week so that you know exactly what I'm talking about in this training. Sometimes, so because I am so busy all the time and my phone is blowing up quite a bit with building a team so fast, just a quick tip for you guys, if you're feeling distracted and you can't get in all your follows or all your messages at once, I put my phone on airplane mode. Like when I know I need these 15 minutes, I just need to follow all these people, I'll put it on airplane mode so nothing can come in, and I'll send out all my messages, and then I turn my airplane mode off, and then all my messages come through. So it doesn't distract me, and I'm able to get all those things done. Because what I was finding is I would try to do my 6 list and I'd keep getting distracted and I wasn't able to do what I wanted to do. So that's a trick for you guys too. My 6 list from yesterday too was to go live. So about the BOGO. Some of you might not want to do this. And I was so scared to go live when I first started going live. It was right after conference. I had so much confidence that I don't even know where I found it, but I just had so much confidence, and I just wanted to share with the world how much this could change their life. So going live has been something that has, well, you've watched it, completely changed my business. I've gotten so many people reach out to me from my live videos. I haven't done them as much, but I did one last night about the BOGO. And I had 3 girls message me today that have never liked anything. And they were like, I saw your live video about the BOGO. Can you tell me about what these wraps do? And can you send me your results? So I ended up sending them their results. And I actually haven't checked my phone or gotten back to them yet, but I know that they were interested in purchasing them today. So if you're comfortable with it, just people feed off of your confidence. I can't preach that enough. Just if you are ignorance on fire, I will tell you right now, I am still doing things wrong. Shelby and Ashley are always like, Rachelle, don't do that. That's something you can't do. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't you tell me? I'm so embarrassed. But you know what? We learn as we go, and that's okay. I still make mistakes all the time. But the more that we learn from it and we just keep going, ignorance on fire, you guys, I can't tell you that enough. So moving on. Did you find you got more stranger DTs or past friends / family? This is 50-50 completely. I have had probably half my team is friends and family, and like family I haven't seen. I have one girl on my team who's my cousin, and I haven't seen her in 10 years, and she joined me last month. And it was honestly, this business brings people together, and it's something that I absolutely love. That, you know, we hadn't talked in 10 years, but she saw my post and she wanted to do this, and it's helping her change her life and get through college. So it's totally 50-50. I have some people that I never even knew before. I have one girl on here, Amy, I'm going to call you out right now. I see you, that my boyfriend was her neighbor when they were like elementary school kids, and we met on Instagram, and she joined my team. So I would have, like, the smallest world ever. I think everything happens for a reason, but I can see you right now, so I had to call you out. Sorry. So anyway, 50-50. It's just, if you're not talking about your business is closed. If your mouth is not open constantly your business is closed. You have to be talking about your business everywhere you go. Hold on. I'm going to go impromptu. I'm going to go off the script for a second. So every time that I go to a grocery store, it's like a challenge for me now. I pick out like the woman that I think is going to be most relatable to me at the counter. And I go and I check out, and I always blitz her every single time. I give her a green sample, and I give her a card, and I tell her to do it on her break and see if it gives her more energy, because those people are always so tired. Have you guys ever noticed that like the checkers at Fred Meyer or Safeway or whatever, they're just like blah about their job, and you come through, and one thing I found about this business has changed my outlook on everything. I used to like try and go through the check stand just like super quiet and just get my groceries and leave, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. But now I'm like so friendly and just like, this is it. This is a potential customer or a potential distributor. If you approach everybody with that attitude, it's going to change your whole business, because now they're potential everything. So I always go through, and this is the one blitz that I don't try and get their information or follow them to, because they're busy, they're working. So I always give them a sample. So if they like it, they're going to reach out to me because I'm telling them to. But I also try and blitz 5 people a day. So when I go to get coffee in the morning, I always go to Dutch Brothers, and they always come out. And so there's 2 people, at least in Oregon. I know you guys don't have it in the East Coast, but whatever coffee shop you go to, blitz them. Every time that I think that I can't blitz them, you guys, I get scared too. I get intimidated. I know it's hard to understand, but I get intimidated all the time. And I'll be like, I don't know, she's going to shut me down. I don't really know if I can blitz her. And every time I feel that way, I end up blitzing her. And every single time I've done it, they're like, or every time I've felt like that, they're like, oh my gosh, I've been looking for another job, or I can't wait, or I've been following you on social media, and I didn't even know they knew that I existed on social media, but they follow me. So it's like every time I'm reminded to get out of my comfort zone. And I just had someone on my team today. I've already called her out, but Amy, I'm going to call you out again. She messaged me today and said that she got out of her comfort zone, and she blitzed someone at the gym about the BOGO wraps, and she signed up. She signed 3 loyal customers today. I am just going to go off for 1 second and tell you how proud I am of my team. I had the worst day at work, and I just was feeling super down, and I got so many messages. My team is blowing up. They signed distributors today. They signed loyal customers left and right, and I cannot be more proud of you guys. I could not have done this without you. So just shout out. Okay, I'm getting back on track. I'm so sorry, you guys. So the next question was about blitzing, and I just told you guys about blitzing. Oh, but I always try and get their information from, I was telling you about the coffee shop. When they say that they want to know more about the business, I'm like, hey, what's your Instagram name? I'm going to follow you real quick. I'd love to connect. Or I'm going to follow you on Facebook. I'd love to connect. Facebook is a better one to connect with, because when they friend you, they have to, they see everything that you're doing. But with Instagram, they actually have to follow you back in order to see what you're doing, unless your profile is public. But so I usually go with Facebook. Okay. Let's see. What do you say when people tell you that they don't have the $99 to join? I tell them that that's an excuse. No. In a politer way, more polite way. So I usually tell them that that's okay. We have a way that you can pre-sell your wraps that come in your kit. I actually have 3 teammates that have pre-sold their wraps. One in particular, I don't know if Megan is on here, but Megan Wilson came to me and was like, okay, sorry, I have to tell you first the question that I asked her to get to this, because this is really important. I've shared this in the team pages before, but we were stringing along, we were talking about the business, and then I finally was like, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how interested in you are joining my team? 10 being today, 1 being not interested at all. I just need to know. She came back and she's like, I'm at like an 8. And I'm like, okay, well, how can I get you to that 10? And it turned out she just didn't have the $99 right now. And she probably would have never told me that. She's family, so I can talk about this. But she probably would have never told me that before. And I'm like, okay, I sent her a script to send out to her friends and family before she became a distributor on how she can pre-sell her wraps. Basically just asking them if they want to try it. And then when she gets her product, they give her the money up front. And when she gets her product, she can give them the wraps. And she sold all 4 to one person. She got $100 in 15 minutes. She sold all of her wraps and joined my team. So for months we were talking, and she ended up selling all of her wraps right away to one person, $100 on the spot, got it, and now she joined my team. So I always offer people, I'll post that script as well in the comments of what to say to their friends and family if they want to try a wrap, and support them in this. So that's what I always say. Or do you have any clothes that you want to get rid of? Do you have an old stuff that you want to sell that you don't need anymore? Whatever it may be, just offer to help them as much as possible. The more relatable that you are to them, the more that they're going to want to join your team. I've already answered that question. How do you keep your motivation when it seems like everyone you talk to isn't interested at all? This is my favorite question, and I'll tell you why. Self-development, 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 self-development. I cannot tell you. I would not have got this bonus. I would not have gone diamond. I would not be here talking to you on this Zoom tonight if I didn't do self-development every single day. If you are feeling down, we all have those days. We all have those days, and you just don't feel like messaging people, and you don't feel like blitzing people, and you don't feel like talking about your business. Take the day. You need the day. Take the day to work on yourself. Take the day to do self-development. And if one of them that you watch doesn't get you fired up, find another one that does until you get yourself fired up. And you can always reach out to me, Shelby, Ashley. We all do self-development daily. I know most of you do too, but I'm just saying we can give you self-development that we've done and that helps us, works for us. Actually, one that I'm skipping ahead to a question about what my favorite self-developments are. But one that I've been listening to that Ashley told me about was The Strangest Secret. The Strangest Secret in the World by Earl Nightingale. It's on YouTube. I've listened to it every day since Ashley told me about it. I forget who you said, Ashley, but somebody does it every single day. And it has really helped my mindset and really helped me keep my eyes on the goal that I'm going for. So that's a really good one that I listen to every day. You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. That was the first book that I ever listened to. I always do Audible books because I drive a million hours a day. So I listen to Audible books, but You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero is one of the first ones that I really recommend. It will really help you if you struggle with fear or self-doubt. It really helps with that. Rich Bitch is one that I absolutely love. It's all about empowering women and entrepreneur, you know what I'm trying to say. But basically, great book. One I just watched today that I sent out to like 3 of my sideline sisters, and it just made us all cry. Carrie Young, actually Carrie Bauer then when she made it, but Why You Need to Get to Diamond. In fact, I'm going to challenge every single one of you that's watching this tonight or tomorrow, go on and watch Why You Need to Get to Diamond. And if that doesn't light a fire under your butt or make you bawl your eyes out, I don't know what will, because that is an amazing YouTube video. Okay, sorry, going back. What do I tell a potential distributor if they say I really want to join, but I don't think I know enough people to sell to? So when you're talking to potential distributors, the most important thing that you need to remember is it's not about you. It's about them. And it's about how to help them get what they want and what they need out of this. So you always need to be asking the questions, how much money do you need to make a month to make you feel comfortable? How much time can you put into this per week? How much time are you willing to put into this per week? And it lets you know where their mindset is at, and if they're really in this or if they're just in it to make a quick buck. Like if they think that they're just going to sign up and make all this money, you don't want them on your team. And I am telling you this, and you have to trust me when I say it is not about getting distributors to join your team. The second that you change your mindset and decide that you need people to help, you want to go out there and find as many people that need $500 extra per month. That is when you are going to start. You will start flying with distributors. They will just line up and you will sign them. I know, because I've signed 10 distributors a month. Well, February, I signed 10 distributors. In March, I signed 10 distributors. And you better believe this month I'm going to sign 10 distributors too. And the more that you tell yourself that that's what you're going to do, you're going to do it. Write down your goals. Decide that you're a rock star. Know that you're a rock star, and you will be a rock star. And you'll sign your next rock star. And you just change your mindset. And if you can't change your mindset, talk with me, because I need to tell you how I changed my mindset, which is through self-development, like I've been preaching this whole time. Oh, I didn't answer the question. They really want to join, but I don't think I know enough people to sell to. Reassure them. Let them know that we have tons of trainings available for them, that you're going to be with them every step of the way, and that social media now is out of this world. We have so many people that we can get to. You guys, we have 7.5 billion people in the world. Okay, we're in 22 countries. There might be more now, but I'm pretty sure we're in 22 countries or more. And only 100,000 distributors. 100,000 distributors is what we're at. You guys, there are so many people that we need to be talking to. Every single one of us need to be messaging 100 plus people a day, because everybody needs to know about this opportunity. We are so far away from being saturated that it's not even funny. So make sure that you just reassure them. That's just fear talking. They're fearful that they're not going to be able to know who to sell to. But there's so many resources out there, and we can help them know. I know people who are 5-6 years into this business, and they're still signing loyal customers and distributors every single day. So obviously they're not running out of people. Okay. So you just have to reassure them, is all I'm going to say. How do you properly train all your new DTs at once? Ooh, I don't know. That is a really hard question. I'll tell you this. Building as fast as I did is a challenge, because you're building so quickly that you don't have time to learn how to teach, or to teach people under you to have layered leadership. Layered leadership is when you have, like, Megan is my emerald, and she's an amazing leader. I'm so glad that she is on my team. She's my emerald, and everybody that's under her needs to be looking up to her. Of course, they need to be looking up to me too. And I will tell you something about myself, in case you don't already know. I'm a control freak, like bad. And I want everybody only coming to me, and I want them to, like, only talk to me, at least in the beginning, because I just didn't want anybody saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing, or posting pictures like join my team for $99, green and black bling everywhere. Like, it made me cringe. And so I felt like I had to do it all by myself. But here's the thing, the quicker that you can get people off the ground and not needing you, and being able to be self-sufficient and knowing where to find things. Let me make this clear. I want every single one of you to keep coming to me and to Megan and to Brittany and to all of your leaders. I want you to go to them all the time whenever you need us. But I want you to know that the quicker that you learn how to be a leader yourself, the faster that your business will grow. So it's hard. It's hard building that fast. But it's something that you just roll with. You just have to roll with it every single day and be there for your team as much as you can. I try to answer every single question as fast as I possibly can. Sometimes I get caught up and I forget to respond to you guys, and it's like my worst nightmare, but I try so hard to be here for you guys every step of the way. How do you balance your family's attention / working your business? This is something I've struggled with from day one. I don't have a family yet. I'm not married. I just have 2 puppy dogs that are my life. And then Brian, of course, is the most amazing man ever. I'm sure you guys always see me post about him. But how I manage it, I schedule time. I sacrifice a lot of fun times and doing fun things with him, because I have a business to grow, and I know, and he knows now, not until I got the $10,000 bonus did he know that this is something that I'm building for the both of us. And this is something that I want to be a full-time family at some point. And he knows that now, like, why I need to sacrifice this. And so what we've learned and what we've figured out that works best for us is that we schedule a time. Like, on the weekends, we'll be like, okay, Thursday and Friday night are yours, babe. We're going to do you know, a movie night and pizza, or maybe just Thursday night, whatever happens. Here's the problem though. I get a PDT who's like, hey, do you want to go to dinner on Thursday night? And Brian just gets kicked out of it because, hello, I've got a PDT and she needs my help and I'm going to go help her. And it took him a long time to understand that I was helping people and I found my passion, and this is something that actually makes me really happy. And so when he saw the joy and the passion and the vision that I saw, and that it wasn't going anywhere, he could complain about it all he wants, but it's not going anywhere. That is when our relationship really took off as far as being a partner and learning how to be a partner. So all I'm going to say is schedule time. Here's the thing. Getting that $10,000 bonus was life-changing, and it was amazing for me, and I'm so excited that I got there. But if I didn't have Brian, the $10,000 wouldn't have meant a dang thing. You know what I mean? So don't lose sight of your family. And of course, all of you that have kids and actually do have a family and a husband, don't lose sight of that. Schedule time for that, but also schedule time to make time for your business, and make sure that you're putting as much energy as you can into your business when you can. And when you're with them, your family, make sure that you're putting all of your energy into them as well. So that's all I can say about that. It's hard. Oh my gosh, it's so hard while you're building to get there, but just know that it's all worth it in the long run, and that someday you're going to be making $47,000 a month, and you're going to have all the time in the world to talk about, hey, remember that time that we couldn't watch a movie together? Well, we can watch all the movies we want now. So it's, you know, you just have to sacrifice and make time for it. Speaking of sacrifice, this is one thing I want you guys to know too. I've been talking about how important it is to get to events and one team, one missions and stuff like that. But Brian's family for Easter is going to our property. And he's like, I really want you to be there. And I'm like, I can't go. I don't have service there. And I'm pushing for this bonus and I have to stay home. And he's going to go hunting and he's going to do what he needs to do. And you know what? He understands that. And that's something that I want you guys to understand, is sacrificing things to be able to go to one team, one missions with your teams and be able to sit home and message your heart out until your fingers bleed is something that is going to pay off in the long run. So make sure that you're willing to sacrifice things now so that you can live like you've never dreamed later on. Okay, that's super important. How do you balance your family's attention? Sorry guys, I'm trying to look at the time. We're almost an hour in, so I'm trying to hurry here. How do you balance I've already said that. How do you push through the funk when you're having a hard day? Self-development, period. Self-development all day long. I also, personally, I'm a firm believer in God, and I could not have done this without him. So for me, I'll put on like worship music in the car and praise him and thank him for everything that he's done for me. And that helps me to fill my cup, to make sure that I'm feeling good for the day and just not feeling down about it. Also pouring into my team constantly and seeing them succeed and seeing them have a fire in them from something that I've done or I've created, like getting this $10,000 bonus. I saw a fire get lit in every single one of the girls on my team, and it made me so happy because I showed them the vision through all my hard work. So when I'm having a hard day, I just think about my why, and I think about, like, for me, my why is my children that aren't even born yet, because that means that I'm going to be able to not have to worry about maternity leave. And I've always been a career-driven woman, but for me, it's like I don't even want that choice. If I come home and I have babies and I want to stay at home with them, I don't want them to be even a thought of not being able to stay home with them if that's what I want to do. So right now, that's my why. And they're not even here yet, but that's my why. It's for my kids and for my family and my husband eventually. That's what I'm doing it for. So just remember your why and remember why you're doing this. And that will help you fill your cup for when you're feeling down or in a funk. And remember that we all have, oh my gosh, we all have days and weeks and months that we go through slumps. It's the way that a business works, you guys. Just keeping your confidence up and knowing that there's a bigger picture is what is going to help you in the long run. I've already gone over that. When do you decide to move on and stop wasting your time on people who aren't moving forward? This one's hard because I don't really like giving up on people. And as you all know, I'm super pushy too. So I don't want them to I just don't want them to be missing out on what this is. And a lot of the times they don't know what this is. They don't know what they're saying no to. That's why I always preach, don't take no for an answer. Because if they're like, no, I'm not interested, it's not something that I can do. Why is it not something that you can do? Tell me exactly why it is so that I can understand, oh, okay, you're just too busy. Well, hear me out. Oh my gosh, I'm the busiest person on this planet. But trust me, I find time to work my business. And if you can relate to them, I've had, I've had so many people reach out to me and be like, I chose you because you're real and you actually are relatable. And okay, there's some of you on here that know about this, but I posted something yesterday. You can all go look after this about procrastinators. And it got a comment, not necessarily negative, but kind of calling me out, I guess you could say, about how I should be more considerate of people's feelings and more considerate of people's situations. If anybody who knows me, which obviously she didn't, I would never be inconsiderate of anybody's feelings, ever. But I posted that to show that if you're serious about this business, then I'm here to help you. And it was a great post. I copied it from Fair. It was awesome. But anyway, I responded to her. You guys can go look at my response about what I said. I'm telling you this because she was somebody that wasn't ready to join this business and was very skeptical about all MLMs, all of them, not even just It Works. And she private messaged me, and now she's a PDT and she wants to join my team this week. Okay, so there are people out there that do not know what they are saying no to. And when you come to me and you say, Rachelle, I am reaching out to so many people and they're all just saying no. What are you doing to get them to the point of knowing what they're saying no to? You can even say to them, oh my gosh, girl, I completely understand why you're saying no, but I just have to make sure that you understand exactly what it is you're saying no to. Do you know that we have absolutely no inventory? Do you know that it's only a $99 investment and we give you that amount of money in product and business materials? Like, they don't know what they're saying no to. That is your job. That is your job to tell them what they are saying no to. Okay, I'm almost done. I'm through all the questions now, so I just wanted to tell you a couple things that have helped me and got me through this journey so far. The first thing is to never, ever, ever compare yourself or your journey to anyone else's. Okay, there are people that are Ambassador Diamond that have missed 3 bonuses in a row but are still Ambassador Diamond now. There are people that took them over a year to go Ruby. There are so many different stories, you guys. I can't even get into half of them right now, but I need you to understand, do not compare your journey to mine. Don't compare it to Fair's. Don't compare it to Alyssa's. Don't compare it to Shelby's. Don't compare it to Ashley's. We're all different and we all have different stories. So just know that you are making your own story. And that is, I just can't tell you that enough. Always be adding new people. If you are not adding new people, you are missing out. You're missing out because you have to be adding new people. If you eventually, they're all going to know what you do and they're all going to see what you do and you've all reached out to all of them. If you're not adding new people daily, they're not going to know what you're doing and you're not going to have new people come around. Voice messaging. Sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, but these are like my key points that I wanted to tell you guys. Voice messaging in particular is huge. And Ashley Ritchie got me onto this and I was so nervous about doing it because I get nervous when I have to do things like on the spot. I get really nervous if you guys can't tell. But so voice messaging, you'll find your confidence in it too, which is great. And if you come off confident to that person, they want to join your team. They're like, wow, this girl's so cool. I want to know her more. And they feel your passion. They feel your drive. And they feel like, this is the girl that I want to join the team with. She's going to help me get there. So voice messaging. The second thing about voice messaging is the loyal customer program. So I used to get people all the way to the part where they're like, yeah, how do I sign up? And then I'm like, oh, how do I explain the loyal customer program? Because in text message, it's like, okay, you either do $50 or you do 3 months, and they're like $50, 3-month commitment. Screw that. They're not going to do it. But if they hear you say it, it makes way more sense. So what I do is as soon as they say, how do I sign up? I'm going to voice message them either It depends. If you have like an Android, you'll want to try and do it on their Facebook, instead, or, but you can do it with iMessaging. So you're going to voice message them and say, okay, so here's the deal. Here's how you're going to get my discount. You can either pay a $50 one-time fee, and you can get my products at anytime that you want, and you'll always get 40% off for life. Or we waive that $50 fee if you're willing to just try one product a month for 3 months. And you can do any product you want, any price that we have, and you can change it up, and you can even change the date. It's super flexible. You need to say the word flexible, because they hear auto shipment and they're like, screw that, I'm not doing it. You need to say flexible. So that's what I do. I voice message them, and I have yet to have somebody tell me no from voice messaging them the loyal customer program. Okay. So voice messaging is super important. Last thing I want to tell you about is mindset. I could not have done this. I know I've already told you this, but I could not have done this without my drive, my mindset knowing that I am worth this. Every single one of you that is on this Zoom or is watching this later is worth this. Your family is worth it. Your babies are worth it. Your husband is worth it. You are worth it. And I need you to understand that through doing self-development and becoming a better person every single day, if you're not growing as a person, you're not, well, I just totally screwed that up. But if you're not growing as a person, you're just not growing. You're not alive. You're dying. That's the word. I was going to say you're dying. So if you're not growing as a person, you're dying. And I've heard that before so many times on a lot of my self-development. But you always need to be pushing yourself. You always need to be trying to better yourself. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. I'm sorry I kept you kind of long, but I wanted to get everything out. If you guys have questions, I am still available. I'm going to be messaging like crazy for the end of this BOGO to make sure we get everybody in that wants in on it. But yeah, I'm so excited to do this. I'm so glad that you guys asked me to do it. So I'm all done. Shelby, do you have anything to add?
I just want to thank you for doing this for us. I learned a lot as usual. I always learn so much from you. And I mean, I just want to add that like we've talked about this a lot, I feel like in the last couple of weeks too, but mindset, like Rachelle was saying, is just so huge. And I just want all of you guys to know that you are worth it. You are so worthy of this. And you just have to stay consistent. And the only way to succeed in this business is to not give up. Just don't give up. Just keep doing all the things that you should be doing. All the list of amazing tips that you got from Rachelle tonight, the tips that you get on our page and on Fair's page and in YouTube trainings that you watch. Go and do those things. But the one way that you succeed in this business is by just not giving up. So just decide that you're worthy and then just keep going.
Yes. And one more thing
go.
Was keep plugging into our team page. And I've had people ask what plugging in means. It just means, I know that you guys are busy. I know that you all have jobs too, but when I'm on my break or on my lunch, I am checking in with notifications. I'm checking in with what our team is doing, and the trainings and the tips that we give you guys. It's there so that we don't have to keep repeating ourselves. It's there for everybody to see. So you guys need to be using that team page and plugging in as many times as you can. We give that to you guys so that you can have that knowledge as well. So that's super important.
I want to add on to that really quickly too, just say that feel free to, we try to keep the Team Bomb Diggity team page clutter free and just have really important things on there. But also, with that being said, you guys are a part of this team too. So if there's a video that you watched that just made your day, or if you have something important to say that you think could really be valuable for the rest of the team, please share, you guys. It's not just about me or Ashley or Rachelle talking, or Leah or Felicia or whoever talking all the time to you guys. Like, you guys have just as good of information as we do. Some of us have just happened to be in the business longer. So don't think just because you're brand new or just because you're a Ruby or whatever that you're not, that what you have to say isn't important, because it is. So interact on that team page. I love to see when you guys, after conference, I feel like so many people were like going live and like sharing stuff. And I was like, man, this is what I created this team page for. I did not create this team page so that I could just be like blabbing to you guys all the time. I want to hear what you have to say too, or what you're doing that's working or whatever. So feel free to post in there. Your posts do have to be approved, but I mean, there's like 5 of us that approve the post, so it won't take very long for it to get approved. So feel free to share your thoughts and tips and whatever in there too. But that's it for tonight, you guys. Rachelle, thank you so much. This was amazing, and you're amazing, and we're all really proud of you. This was recorded. Might have took 5 minutes to figure it out, maybe 10. I don't know. I might have kicked everybody out of the Zoom. I don't know. But it was recorded finally. So I'll post the link as soon as I get it downloaded to YouTube, and you guys can share it with your teammates or for anyone that you think would really enjoy it. So that's it for tonight. Good night, you guys. Love you. And
thank you. Good night.
Bye. And just get to work, guys. We got like 3 more hours for BOGO. You guys can do it. Everybody go get 1 more BOGO.
Talk to you guys later.
See ya.